Concerning shootist, this week on Blue Collar Prepping, I'm going to do a gear review. Echo Gear earbuds. First set of earbuds I had, they're Bluetooth wireless. Now, I've wanted some for a long, long time, but I've had these for a few months. These are the BW20 Sportbuds. I don't know if you can see that. And so I didn't really know what to expect. You know, my spawn had them, so I asked my spawn. And I got them. And I have to say I like them and I don't like them all at the same time. One thing I do like, they're configurable. They have different size little cups to go in your ear. And these little hooky things that hook into your ear. And they're pretty good. Getting the right size is very, very important. But I actually use them at the range for earplugs. So I really, really enjoy that. So getting the right size, like I said, is very, very important. And it works very, very well. It was just a little bit of trial and error. It took a couple minutes. You know, they're white. You know, you could get them in black, what have you. I add a little extra so I can clip it to my shirt. Which, if you have one of these from like an ID badge, let's see if I can hold on to it there for you. See that? Just a little alligator type clip. This really helps out a lot. I'm really a big fan of that addition that I made on my own. But other than that, just kind of absorb some of the weight. But other than that, they sit in my ear real good. They're really, really comfortable. They do block out a lot of the sound. They get loud enough. I actually think they're loud enough. They could be a little louder, but that may be because I'm old. So I don't know. One of the things I wasn't real impressed about was I felt that on a full charge, it should last a little more than 8 hours. At least that's some kind of theory I had in my head. And not quite 8 hours. It lasts about 7.5 hours. So that's okay. The charging cord is really short. Wasn't a big fan of that either. You know, it uses a typical square plug that you'd find for your iPhone or a USB. There it is. But that's really, really short. You know, it's personal preference. I guess it doesn't really matter to me. One of the things that I did find was awesome about this, these are readily available still. I got them at my favorite big box retailer store. Is that I left them in a shirt pocket and I washed them in a clothing washer. I didn't dry them in the dryer, but there they were sitting in the bottom of the washer when I couldn't find them, and I'm like, uh-oh, oops. And after a couple of days of drying, the first time I used them, it was a little bit funky in the switch, but believe it or not, they work better than when they were brand new. The switch action actually works a little bit better. It's a little more responsive than beforehand. So obviously I'm not recommending that you go ahead and wash them. But for something that I could put in my shirt pocket, wash through a clothing washer, works as equally as well as it did before. It has the same battery life, the same sound quality. The buttons here, you know, volume, on, pause, what have you, works the same. They do work for phone usage. The sound pickup for whoever's hearing you on the other end works just fine. The microphone, again, sound quality is great. I mean, it's a product I could recommend. Now, the retail on it was like $30. I got them for a little bit less than that. I believe they were on sale. They still do are a stocking item. So, you know, Exo Gear here. The particular one's the BW20 Sportbuds, because I wanted ones that would stick in there when I was active, shooting, what have you. But there are other options available and other little designs to get on your ear. But that's a pretty tough little unit for the money. I'm super happy, super impressed with it. So, if you're looking for some earbuds, I think you could probably do a lot worse than go and get yourself some Exo Gear. You know, stop by at your favorite Go box store and see what they got there. So, as always, be good, be safe. Can't be safe, be good and dangerous. Oh, yes, and next week is Crate Club box number 3. Talk to you then.